Stack is very valuable to South Carolina. Almost as he goes, the team goes because of his rebounding and his passing ability. Plays a high post and needs to have a good ball game.
And Coppin State able to control the tap.
Coppin State will not be fearful of South Carolina. Very quick. There's a good hands by Watson, but very athletic Coppin State. They need to attack on the offensive end, attack the rim because they're a good free throw shooting team.
Troy Lewis turning it over on the very first possession. That's the last thing that Fang Mitchell needs to start this game.
Yesterday, Coppin State worked on a lot of zone defense. They didn't, not quite sure if they know if they can match up man-to-man with the 3 guards out front. Right now, they're in a 1-3-1 zone.
Watson, little ball fake, takes it in the paint, kicks it back out. Davis is going to try, front rim to 3. And there's Turquin Mott there with the first rebound of the game.
We will see a lot of that all afternoon. The penetration, the kick out, and the shot by South Carolina.
Seaman coming to the basketball. He's picked up defensively by Davis.
Gamecocks man-to-man defense, very solid on the defensive floor. Probably don't get enough credit for the way they play defense.
Mott getting his first touch. Welch, little turnaround, won't go down. Brockington trying to hit the glass, but the rebound's taken down by Watson. Gets it ahead quickly. Mackey. He can't get the 3 to stay, and Welch up big for the rebound. Always important when you are a Coppin State playing against the #2 seed to stay in the game first 4 or 5 minutes. And Brockington showing why he leads this club in scoring.
Stay in early, get your confidence. Once you figure out that you can play with the team, then it becomes a better ball game for you and tougher for the opponent to get going.
Mackey thought about it outside, sends it to Watson. They find Davis. He makes a move baseline, can't bank it home. Gallman couldn't pull down the rebound. Mackey, the loose ball, short with the jumper. The Gamecocks cold to start the game.
3 jump shots, 3 balls on front iron so far, Mike.
Brockington again, and Brockington's going to get himself to the free throw line. Antoine Brockington, who led the public league in scoring back in Philadelphia. And if you can do that, you're not going to be intimidated by too many.
Yeah, okay, watch the aggressiveness. Defensively going after the ball, South Carolina. Coppin State picks it up. Brockington right to the rim. Again, this is a very good free throw shooting team. Nearly 74% as a ball club.
Brockington 77% himself at the line. In no hurry.
Yeah, very patient at the line. But off to a good start. I know Eddie Fogler wanted his team to start well. They did not play well in the semifinal in the SEC tournament against Georgia. A little lethargic. Did not shoot well.
How about that win by Tennessee Chattanooga over Georgia today? SEC taking a blow there. Brockington making his free throws. 4-0 early Coppin State. Watson gets little screens from Stack.
And more of a matchup 2-3 zone. They show man principles, but they're just matching up. They'll go inside to Stack.
Stack inside. Mott thought he had ball. I think the foul is going to be on Seaman over the back.
Good vision, good awareness by Mackey. The defense, the passing. Stack inside, very big, very strong. 6'11", puts it inside and has good hands. Mobile around the hoop. Not much Coppin State can do inside there.
Foul was on Gerald Seaman. And so Ryan Stack will step to the free throw line.
Again, the 3 guards get a lot of attention, but Stack is a player when they run the man-to-man offense, a high post, very good passer. He finds the guards coming off screens. He can step away from the hoop, knock in the 10, 15-footer, even a 3-point shot.
A confident 2 at the line. Coppin State getting the ball up quickly. Singletary unable to put it down. Rebound taken down by Davis. Watson.
Good ball fake. Faked the pass, took it right to the rim.
Watson with his first 2 ties the game at 4. Coppin State comes into this game averaging 79 points a game, so they're not going to be shy here this afternoon.
Yeah, they're not known as a deliberate team. And when they play, they want to get up and down and get some shots off. It's hard to change your style for one ball game.
Seaman pulls it back out. Can't get the 3 to stay. Here comes Watson again.
The key for South Carolina, allow Coppin State one shot. That gets them off to the races, allows their guards more freedom on the offensive end. 2-3 zone.
Mackey the good catch. Stack has it slapped away, and Brockington able to save it to Mott underneath.
Yeah, good hands by Singletary coming back as the top man of the zone, the right wing.
Coppin State got those first 2 possessions under their belt, but they looked a little shaky. Here's Mott down low. Oh, he's got to make those. Gets his own miss, though, and puts it back in.
Big and strong, Turquin Mott, as he finishes that one.
Went down with a sprained ankle at the shoot-around yesterday and really had the Coppin State folks concerned. He went down on the court, and he stayed down for a long time.
Well, a year ago, he was Player of the Year in the MEAC Conference. This team, he was first-team All-Conference player. Very valuable to their team.
Oh, good hustle by Davis to keep it alive. Mackey outside, buries the 3.
Anytime you start playing a zone, and Fang Mitchell's teams play a lot of man-to-man, but they put in the zone, obviously, for this game for reasons. When you're playing a zone, sometimes you forget to box out a man because you think you're guarding space, and you kind of turn around.
Singletary kind of forced that one up. Watson comes away with the rebound. You got Mackey on a wing. Nearly loses the handle.
Good step through.
Gallman open for the free throw jumper, and he knocks it down.
Nice step through by Melvin Watson. Trapped in the corner. Didn't get in a hurry, the junior guard.
South Carolina opens up the 3.96 lead. Just about 5 minutes into this one.
They said Watson's basically the heartbeat of this team. The key, handles things, takes the pressure off a lot of players.
Mott not likely to shoot the 3. Welch the up and under, and is able to draw the foul on Stack.
Good move by Welch inside, turned and faced the bigger Stack. Gives that 5 inches, but when you're on the block, that time he just turned and faced him so that he could then use his mobility around him.
And Eddie Fogler going to his bench for some size as Bud Johnson checks into the game, and so does Nate Wilborn at 6'10 and 6'11 respectively. Herbert Davis also at 6'5 comes in. Davis and Watson stay out there as starters for South Carolina. Fang Mitchell, 200 wins in 11 seasons. Coach of the year in the MEAC. Welch is able to knock down the free throw. Coppin State hanging around early. It's 9-7 South Carolina. South Carolina, the early 2-point lead, about 5 minutes in. Turquin Mott needs that big game, John.
Yeah, nice back screen that allows Mott to get mismatched. Mackey down low at only 6'2", can't handle Mott. Big and strong and physical. Watch this, folks. Right in your kitchen. Mackey takes one on the chin.
Mott there with the follow. Coppin State comes in here, the hot team. They've won 7 in a row, 17 of their last 18. And as Gary Williams in Maryland found out, you don't want to get involved with a hot team. College of Charleston being. Oh, what a block. Getting back there. Herbert Davis. And then Wilborn unable to handle the pass from Watson on the other end.
Yeah, Watson probably had a layup, but the great hustle by Herbert Lee Davis. The freshman getting back defensively, taking it high.
Singletary. Mott there on the offensive glass, and a lot of traffic wants to go back up. A traveler's call.
This is a physical kid. He just slapped that basketball. I think the referee flinched. Coppin State has stayed in the zone. 2-3. They'll change it 1-3-1 once in a while, but they have had success so far.
Here's Watson in there to pick off the pass. Pulls up for the jumper. Can't knock it down. Here's Mott with another rebound. Going to bring it up himself, and now he'll leave it for Singletary. Up to Brockington. Mott is trying to get it right back to Brockington. Coppin State a little lucky there. That's how you lead the Philadelphia Public League in scoring right there.
I'll tell you what, this guy is very athletic, shoots well, likes to put it on the floor, obviously, and get a better look inside.
Coppin State ties the game at 9, 6.5 minutes in. So can you survive the first 5 minutes? Coppin State has certainly answered that question.
They have so far. This guy Brockington will score from inside and outside, can shoot outside it, hit 6 3-pointers in their loss to South Carolina State earlier this year. That time he goes all the way inside and has shown already he can finish when he gets to the hoop.
South Carolina has turned the ball over 5 times in the first 6+ minutes of this game.
And that frustrates a coaching staff because you're turning over against his own defense.
Here's Mott in the paint, little pull-up jumper, won't stay down. Kept alive on the baseline. Oh, terrific play down there. Reggie Welch.
Bud Johnson will come out of the ball game. Got caught watching the ball, not blocking out. Went right to the rim. Ball bounced over him. Welch able to save it for his ball club.
Stack will come back in. Warwick trying to inbound the pass. Has it picked off, and Stack comes up with it. Davis ahead of the field.
It's a highlight film there.
Herbert he was still going up when he got to the basket.
He was going up, just decided he would deposit it on the way up.
Warwick trying to get around Larry Davis, and Larry Davis going to be called for the hand check. Check out the hops here.
Davis only a freshman. He will be valuable the next 3 years in South Carolina.
Watson's going to take a seat, and B.J. Mackey comes back in for South Carolina. Gamecocks up a deuce, 11-9. 12:47 left to go here in the first half.
Eddie Fogler continue to rotate players in. Fresh bodies keep pressure on Coppin State.
Inbounds pass to Mott. Mott clears house and then throws it too hard off the hands of Warwick out of bounds. Frank Mitchell has to feel pretty good, though. His club is not the least intimidated here. Singletary with the kick.
You know, and you wouldn't expect him to be. One thing about this team, plays hard, very athletic. Feel they can stay in a lot of ball games, and they play a hard schedule. Fang Mitchell has always been one that will challenge schools early in non-conference. They played Oklahoma and Illinois and Nebraska. They lost all 3, but they will go out in non-conference and play a lot of big schools.
Here's a steal. Singletary comes up with it. Gets 2 this time.
Active hands, another turnover by South Carolina.
We're tied at 11, 8 minutes into the game.
Gamecocks kind of sleepwalking right now in the offensive end.
Davis goes inside to Wilborn. Wilborn trying to make a move. Rejected down low by Mott.
Turquin had a few words, too, for Mr. Wilborn.
Ward back rims a 3. Those are the ones that are going to go down if you're going to pull the big upset. Singletary is going to be called for that foul. Fang Mitchell with a smile for the officials. We're going to get timeout. 11:46 to go in the first half. Turquin Mott coming up big. The Eagles and Gamecocks tied at 11. Sellout crowd on hand here in Pittsburgh, and they are being treated to a good show here in the second game as South Carolina and Coppin State are knotted at 11.
Coppin State continues to change his own defense back to a 1-3-1, but it's a sagging 1-3-1. South Carolina been careless with the basketball against this defense, have not penetrated the zone. The trio of guards we've talked about, Mackey, Davis, Watson, only 2 of 8 early in this ballgame.
Struggling to find shots. Watson kicks it back out. Oh, nicely done.
Carlisle spots up. The penetration again by Watson creates everything. If you're a teammate, all you do is have to find the opening.
Arthur Carlisle, just a 33% three-point shooter. Look good on that one. Both of these teams going in and using their bench early. Warwick's going to try one. Comes up short. And that's going to be over the back, I think, Turquin Mott. That's the first on Mott. Mott and Brockington, the two players for Fang Mitchell, who cannot get in foul trouble if Coppin State's going to have a chance here this afternoon.
Yeah, you're right.
Julian King, number 11 in the game for Coppin State. He's out there waving his hands on Mackey. Carlisle, nice pass to Stack. And he gets fouled as he makes his move to the hoop. So 2 consecutive trips off the Carlisle factor.
Yeah, good look, as you said, by Carlisle. Ball faked one way. Stack went right down the middle of his own defense, put it right on his hands, and up strong, draws a contact.
22. Keep your elbows down. Keep your elbows down. That's right. 2 shots.
Eddie Fogler, as we mentioned, winning an SEC championship at both Vanderbilt and South Carolina. No one's ever done that before.
Very familiar with NCAA play. Took Wichita State to a couple. Vandy to a couple.
Now the folks in South Carolina hoping he stays there for a long time.
He had to answer a lot of those questions yesterday at the press conference. He said, hey, I'm here to coach South Carolina. We are in a tournament, folks. As if those people didn't understand that.
Watson with the quick hands comes up with the steal. Gamecocks have opened up a 5-point lead. Watson, nice crossover move, then got stripped by Singletary.
Singletary, very active hands, his second steal of the ballgame.
Singletary, a junior out of Patterson, New Jersey. King kicks it back out. Mott not there, just didn't go after it. And that cost his team 2.
Well, a mistake by Mott. Not only did he not catch the ball, he didn't want to go after the ball. So Watson gets an easy 2 points.
7 straight here by South Carolina. They've opened up an 18-11 lead. We are under 10 minutes to go in the first half. Singletary, little dish. Mott, the double pump. And he'll get himself to the free throw line.
A year ago, Mott declared himself for the NBA. After some feelers out there, decided to come back to school. Thought he'd have a better chance after another year under Fang Mitchell. South Carolina a little bit of a run, last 2:35.
Ryan Stack picked up his second personal foul there. He will go to the bench, and Nate Wilborn comes back in. Larry Davis also back in the South Carolina lineup. Mott recently named the most outstanding player in the Mideast Athletic Conference tournament. Breaks the string, 6-point game, 18-12. Davis to Davis. Boy, Davis has got some rise on that jump shot, doesn't he?
Not many will bother him when he jumps up to shoot a shot. Quickly off his feet and goes up above everybody.
Ward goes after his own miss. Loose ball underneath. Gallman down there battling. So is Warwick. Out of the pack comes King. He takes it strong. Count it. And he'll get to the line. And B.J. Mackey got the worst of that exchange, including the foul. First 2 points of the game for Julian King, and he'll have a chance to complete the 3-point play. And Coppin State answering nicely here, John, off that 7-0 run by South Carolina.
As we talked about, they're not afraid of South Carolina. They've come in this ball game. They're an athletic team. They average 79 points a game, and they didn't come in here to change their whole game plan. They've done some things defensively. They play a lot of man-to-man defense normally, but they have shown different zone sets against South Carolina, and South Carolina has turned the ball over carelessly. But Coppin State, very active hands, quick feet.
Mackey takes it into the paint, and Mott got a piece of that shot. Wilborn, though, there. Gallman with the offensive rebound. Davis in there scrapping for it. It'll stay South Carolina ball on the alternating possession.
Fang Mitchell working the sideline. Doesn't sit down very much in the ball game.
Hasn't yet.
Instructing his players, working the referees just enough.
The alley-oop. Oh, 2.
Would have passed by Davis, but maybe a better catch and finish by Gallman.
second basket for William Gallman. It's a 5-point game. That gets the Gamecocks on their toes a little bit defensively, too. They push Singletary all the way out to half court.
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that ignite a team. And defensively, they're looking for more stops so they can get running. Coppin State's been effective offensively. That allows them to get in the half-court set defensively. South Carolina, very little breaks. Let's watch the pass. He puts it a little wide right and a little short, folks, but Gallman catches and the finish.
Coppin State gets a fresh 35 off the kick. Watson back in the game. Singletary trying to duck through the double team. Here's King, loses the handle on the way up. Loose underneath. Mott is there. He gets knocked down, no call. Johnson clears house and gets it quickly to Watson. South Carolina with numbers. Johnson the trailer. Rouse throwing it inside. They had it picked off.
Johnson has shown some raw physical ability when he comes in the ball game. Strong, tough rebound.
Davis a little handoff to Rouse, who loses the dribble and has to get it back to Watson.
Keep an eye on Rouse. Has a very good sleight of hand. Very good passer.
Watson, the little floater in the lane, goes down.
Oh, a tough shot.
It was with 5 on the shot clock.
Off balance, trying to draw contact, looked like the whole way.
Gamecocks go back up 7, 22-15. Singletary. Mott was calling for the ball inside. Singletary's going to take it outside. And foul on William Gallman, who just runs away and hides to show what he thought of that call.
Mike, very physical inside. A lot of pushing, a lot of shoving, grabbing. Eddie Fogler's trying to say there's some elbows being thrown.
We're going to get a timeout. South Carolina by 7.
22-15 our score in the first half. 7:08 left in the first half, and let's send you around the country. It is a tournament. Get you caught up on what's going on. Georgetown getting pounded by UNC Charlotte, the 7 seed, and the wheels are falling off the Hoyas so far.
Well, they really struggle to score the ball, Pat. That's been a problem all year long. Victor Page is their offense, takes just about half of their field goal attempts, and UNC Charlotte has more balance. They can do it inside. They've got good size. DeMarco Johnson, a good scorer. Shaw is a versatile player, and they're actually having their way right now.
UNC Charlotte on a 25-8 run. Victor Page just 2 points against a boxing 1, huh?
Well, he's going to still get up shots, but again, with him, shot selection is the issue. And sometimes he forces it, and as a result, he doesn't shoot a good percentage.
31-17, 3:45 left to go in the first half. And we'll keep you up to date on that one. Now let's go to Kansas City, see what's going on there with Tulsa and Boston U. 17-11 is our score. Tulsa in white, BU in red. 7:28 left.
Tulsa is a team that's deep, young, and very good defensively. Great rebound there. Georgia not able to finish, but I think BU has an excellent chance here as long as they can maintain contact again. The key for them is to knock down some perimeter shots. Tulsa not a very strong shooting team, so they'll go through some droughts as long as you don't let them get second shots on their offensive board.
Tulsa 0 for 9, the last 9 shots. Talking about the drought. Both teams shooting poorly, actually.
Exactly. There's one inside, Michael Ruffin.
All right, so it's an 8-point game there. Let's go over to Charlotte, and we have a 3-point game. Illinois leading USC 9-6. .37 left in the first half.
This is really a good matchup. Again, Illinois likes to shoot the threes. USC has good depth. They want to pressure you the whole game, forcing 20 turnovers a game are the Trojans, and when they're able to do that, they typically are able to score at the other end.
USC shooting good from the line. They're 4 from 4. This is their first appearance, as we said earlier, in 5 years. And guess who was the coach back then?
George Raveling, I would surmise.
Henry Bibby done a great job turning this program around. Selection Sunday, those guys are spread all over the country. They weren't really expecting to get in, and there they are. All right, that's what's going on around the country right now. 4 active games. Let's go back to Pittsburgh, where it's 22-19 South Carolina, and back to John Sunvold and Mike Gorman. Mike?
5.5 to go here in the first half. Eddie Fogler forced to call a 20-second timeout after a little 4-0 run here. Baskets by Singletary and Welsh. Coppin State, the Eagles right there, down 3. The SEC champions from South Carolina.
And the matchup zone defense has given the Gamecocks problems. They match up, make it look like a man-to-man. Again, shot clock running down.
Oh, big tip.
Carlisle again makes another play. He has been in this ball game, hit the outside shot the first time. He's made a good assist, and now the tip in. But South Carolina, turnovers and missed shots and frustration against the zone of Coppin State.
5-point game. Not too many people thought Coppin State would be in a 5-point game at this point. 4:45 to go in the first half. Let's take a look at Arthur Carlisle on the offensive glass.
Well, shot clock winding down. There was only 2. You can see it on top, and no box out. Again, a zone defense. Sometimes you forget to put your body on another body. You just chase the basketball, and there was the tip in.
And part of the reason Carlisle could get that tip, Turquin Mott sitting over there on the Coppin State bench. Mott attempted, after Coppin State had scored a couple of field goals and then got another rebound, Mott attempted a full court pass that ended up somewhere in press row. And Fang got him on the bench real fast. Real fast.
It did not take long, did it?
No, it did not. Kareem Lewis knocks down the free throw. 24-21, 1 possession game, 4:40 to go first half.
Well, we continue to talk about the South Carolina guards. They have been quiet. Watson has 6, but Davis is scoreless and has 3 shot attempts is all.
Silly foul there by Antoine Brockington, but it's just his first.
Game's a lot about confidence, Mike. In the last ball game out, South Carolina did not play well against Georgia. Now they've had a week to practice, come back and play today, but so far it hasn't been an easy start. Nice cut by Mackey, good pass by Wilborn.
Excellent pass by Wilborn. Right on the catch, was looking for the cutter, and Mackey was right there. Brockington, quick for 2.
Left him standing.
Brockington hasn't missed yet today. He's 3 of 3. Wilborn, the offensive rebound.
You put so much attention at the shooters outside, you forget about the big guys inside crashing the glass. Davis struggling to get his shot on track. Watched him yesterday in practice with Jeff Lebo, the assistant, and didn't shoot very well in practice. Just continued to work after practice to try to get into a rhythm.
Lewis tried to force that one up rather over Wilborn. Here comes Brockington. Wilborn back. Brockington hit from behind, and
I think that's Mackey.
He went down hard.
Boy, B.J. Mackey, what a hustling play defensively.
They're going to give him the foul, though. That'll be his second. Turquin Mott's going to come back in the game for Coppin State.
Out of the left of your screen, look at this play by Mackey. Comes all the way back. He was about 10 feet behind everybody. Outstanding hustle. He didn't think he fouled here. Let's see. He gets the reach in on the arm. Good call.
You can't fault the hustle at all out of Mackey, but your big guy had a pretty good angle there on Brockington. And
yeah, when the play first happened, Mackey wasn't even in the play.
Right. Antoine back at the free throw line. They're going to get the clock out on Antoine here in a minute.
But you see, his teammates are real relaxed when he gets the free throw line. They understand it's going to be a while before the release comes.
Herbert Davis back into the game for South Carolina.
Brockington all-conference, leads his team in scoring, as we said. Averages about 4.5 free throw attempts a ball game. So likes to go to use his quickness to get to the free throw line.
10 points for Brockington in the game, and Coppin State is right there. Down 3, 28-25. Is Fang Mitchell in the game? You be the judge. .334 to go first half here in Pittsburgh, and we've got a game on our hands as South Carolina just a 3-point lead on Coppin State. No assists yet for the Eagles. They're shooting only 8 of 23, 0 for 6 on threes. and they're only down 3, John.
Well, when they catch it, they put it on the floor, take it to the rim. Their quickness off the dribble, so not much catching and shooting, so therefore not very many assists.
Carlisle skips the pass. Davis, top of the key. Oh!
I tell you what, it is fun just to watch him jump. That is a true jump shot, folks.
5 points for Herbert Davis. Mark that name down. This freshman is going to be heard from. Mott unable to answer. Long rebound. And Larry Davis unable to control it. It'll be Coppin State ball. Watch the elevation here.
Only averages about 4 points a ball game, but in the Kentucky win at home, he hit 3 of 5 from three-point land. So does have confidence to play, learning the game from his senior and junior cohorts that are awfully good at that position.
Coppin State not afraid to throw it up. And Antoine Brockington now has 13. Watson outside. Troy Lewis defensively there. Ward has got Larry Davis. Herbert Davis again, and he knocks down another 3.
And he smiles and shakes his head. Brockington smiled at him on the other end and shook his head. So Antoine wants a basketball back. They are matched up against each other.
Yes, they're having quite a conversation going on the top of the screen. Here's Turquin Mott.
Oh, good spin move.
Rattle that one home.
Doing what they want to do offensively and creating a little bit of ruckus on the defensive end. Coppin State hanging around, giving themselves an opportunity.
Watson and Carlisle exchange outside. Davis comes around the screen. Watson's going to try a deep 3. Long with it. That hit the clock over the backboard. It's going to come back to Coppin State. And the Eagles will have a chance to get to 2 or 1 with the 3. Coming up on Pennzoil at the half, Pat O'Brien and Clark Kellogg will get you updated on all the tournament news, all the scores and highlights, plus a live look at all the action going on in the NCAA tournament. That's all coming up on Pennzoil at the half.
You can see Herbert Davis now staying with Brockington outside a little closer.
Mott is long with that jump shot. Larry Davis comes down with the weak side rebound. Mott threw a couple of fakes at Nate Wilborn, who never budged, never moved.
Well, Wilburn's a big body inside. Mott just shoved him out of the way in there. 6'11", 255, 260 inside. That's a load for Mott to handle up and down the court.
Second foul on Mott. That's going to bring Kareem Lewis back into the game.
Bonus, guys.
Fang Mitchell's not going to allow Mott to pick up his 3rd personal foul with just 1:17 to go here in the first half. Wilborn can't connect. Brockington there with the miss. Every time it looks like South Carolina might open up a little daylight. They either miss a free throw or turn it over, and the Eagles of Coppin State have been able to convert on the other end. Here comes Brockington around a bunch of screens.
Well, South Carolina has had to rely on the players off the bench. It has been Carlisle, it's been Davis hitting his jump shot. Herbert Lee, that is. Larry Davis has not scored yet.
Oh, Welch, a big-time move, couldn't finish, went back and got it, and got 2.
Strong inside, Reggie Welch.
Reggie Welch at 6'6" is a man out there. Follow won't go down. Picked off in there by Lewis. The shot clock is off. Coppin State a chance to tie the game or take the lead here with the 3 as we wind down the first half in Pittsburgh. A great show by the Eagles, who just will not go away. Deep 3, oh, in and out. Rebound follow underneath. No, another rebound follow. That might be Wilborn over the back with the foul.
Well, right now the quickness of Coppin State has frustrated South Carolina. Their fans and the fans around here. Now Coppin State is the favorite in this crowd, but look at the activity. Big Wilborn fighting them all by his lonesome inside, and 2 Coppin State players going at it. Wilborn picks up the foul. But you can tell the 15th seeded team now is drawing attention from fans from all the teams here in Pittsburgh.
Fred Warwick will have a chance to tie the game with 5.5 seconds to go in the first half. The South Carolina faithful here in Pittsburgh trying to get behind their club. But the other 17,000 or so in this building have suddenly become Fang Mitchell fans.
Well, round one for this ball game goes to Fang Mitchell's team. They're going to go into halftime feeling very good about their team, but expect Eddie Fogler to make some adjustments. Their guards have to get on track. Not playing well at all.
Out of bounds, last touch. Oh, it's going to come back to Coppin State.
Again, a nonchalant pass as they took the ball out of bounds. Wilburn just simply threw it to half court. Coppin State will not allow those easy passes to get through. They knock it out, have a chance to take the lead. I just think South Carolina's been a little lethargic with the ball and did not come out to play this afternoon.
Ball is tipped, stolen. Larry Davis has got it at half court. He's got a chance. And we will go to the locker room. Tied at the half. That's the end of the first half. It's 34 all. Pat O'Brien and Clark Kellogg will be along with Penn Doyle at the half after this message and a word from your local station. But don't tell Fang Mitchell and company that right now.
No, Mike, I talked about the turnovers. South Carolina had 11 against the zone, but really the important part of the turnovers, Coppin State has 9 steals. Steals leads to fast break opportunity. If you throw the ball out of bounds, then you can get a defensive set on the other end. But Coppin State active on the defensive end, stealing the ball. That's led to easy scores offensively.
Eagles showing some patience here on their first possession. Welch is going to take it outside. Got rims of 3. He was right on with that one. Just wouldn't go down. Davis comes up with it, hands it off to Watson. We talked a lot about the 3 guards for Eddie Fogler. They have not done much here so far.
Have not been very productive, have not made many shots, but there is a terrific pass by Davis inside the Stack against the zone again.
6 points now for Ryan Stack, and a 2-point South Carolina lead. Mott up there to put a little screen on Watson.
That was a big screen, Mike. That was a solid pick. Mott, very big body in there.
Mott, baseline jumper, no. Lewis tips it to keep it alive, and Welch is unable to finish.
I think what South Carolina would like, a couple stops, either steals or rebounds to get them going untracked and untrack themselves offensively.
Mackey, no with the 3. And Reggie Welch, another rebound. Reggie Welch is only 6'6", but he is a man inside. 20-second timeout taken by Fang Mitchell, who is not too crazy about Reggie's shot selection.
Is that animation? You know why? He understands where they are in this ball game. That is why he's on there. Take a look at the 3 guards. I mentioned the Georgia semifinal game and the loss. That tandem was 10 of 31. They have struggled getting on track, and earlier in the broadcast I talked about confidence. This ball club has thrived on confidence all year long when they start making their run in the SEC. You beat Kentucky twice, but confidence is earned and not just something you turn on and off, and they lost it against Georgia.
Minute and a half gone here now in the second half. South Carolina, a 2-point lead. We were tied at the half, 34 all. The Eagles, led by Brockington, get stuffed on the baseline, got it back and stripped, and here comes Mackey the other way.
Good hands by Mackey defensively. Brockington just beating everybody off the dribble for South Carolina.
Nice move, Ryan Stack, and he's going to get himself to the free throw line after the basket.
2 possessions, 2 terrific passes by Davis inside the Stack. It looks like the message to the Gamecocks from Eddie Fogler was, hey, throw it inside. They're not big enough against us. Off the dribble again, Brockton very quick. This time South Carolina waiting for him at the basket. Good block, good hands by Mackey, and then they go the other way. Here's what we talked about. Davis did it the first time. Here's the second pass. Stack. Again, the easy basket and the foul.
Ryan Stack, unfamiliar position for him. He is the leading scorer for South Carolina. They have opened up a 5-point lead, and they come with full court pressure. Brockington.
Try to up this tempo just a little bit to get their guards on track. Oh, what a follow.
Turquin Mott. A loud 2. Stack can shoot it from out there. Don't be surprised if he puts up a 3. He's got some range.
Back to the 2-3 zone matchup defense. The guards have struggled shooting the ball over the top.
Watson just keeps going on the baseline. Up and under for 2.
Well, Turquin Mott He didn't even take a ball fake. He just went out and jumped while the guy was driving to the hoop.
8 points now for Melvin Watson. 5-point Gamecock lead. Here's Welch. Down if he'll take another shot from out there. Gets stripped though as he tries to go to the bucket. Watson with a crossover move, kicks it. Matthews still can't find the range.
Good play by Watson again. That is their ball game.
Fang Mitchell may not have liked Reggie Welch's shot selection, but he's got to like what he's doing off the glass. Brockington. Mott. Can he save it? No, says the official.
Good hustle by Turkman Mott to try to save that basketball.
Mott showing no ill effects of that sprained ankle in practice yesterday.
Yeah, good effort here. Steps on the line. Good call by the referee.
And the table. That's out of bounds, the table.
And a good save by the man in the blue shirt.
Davis swallowed up, gets it back to Mackey. Now Watson. Just about 3.5 minutes gone. There's another steal by Brockington.
Yeah, lazy pass.
Brockington's pass tipped away underneath. Seaman did not get a hand on it along the baseline, and so the Eagles will keep control. I look over there on that Coppin State bench. There is not even a chair for Fang. I think they know that he's not going to sit down anyway.
He does not need one. Works the whole game standing up.
Mott goes and gets it. And gets two.
One of those players that can go get it. Throws it up and continues to chase quick off his feet.
Little trap on Watson.
Oh, another lazy pass though. South Carolina has relied on just swinging the ball around, and again you have to go through and inside that zone defense at some point.
The problem for South Carolina right now, Stack flashes and gets two, is that other than Ryan Stack, everyone else is still in kind of that fog there in the first half.
Yeah, and just standing around watching. Stack has been the one to flash in. Now they found him on a lot of occasions, either for a layup that time, a jump shot, but everyone else standing around not participating on the offensive end.
There's Stack with a near steal at half court, and they say Welch was the last to touch it. Ryan Stack, who has really stepped up his game, is the story here for South Carolina. 15:25 to go, and the Gamecocks are up 5. A 9-4 run by South Carolina to open up this second half, and that's their 5-point lead at 43-38. Davis, Wilborn, Herbert Davis, Carlisle, and Watson are on the floor right now for the Gamecocks. Danny Singletary has come back into the game for Coppin State.
Herbert Davis and Carlisle gave this team a big boost first half. 13 points between the two of them.
Watson, a jump stop, doesn't get the roll, and that's going to be Wilborn over the back of Reggie Welch, who continues to be a real factor on the glass.
Welch had a good MEAC tournament. Had 22 the first game against Maryland East Shore, and in the final against North Carolina A&T, 23.
That's a third personal foul on Nate Wilborn. Watson, man-to-man on Singletary. Brockington coming to the ball. He's got the freshman Herbert Davis on him. Mott not going to do much with it out there. Brockington comes up shooting and buries it.
Hasn't missed many.
15 for Antoine.
Good patience that time offensively by Mott, though. Didn't get in a hurry, just took up the slack, waited patiently. Brockington has been the guy they wanted to find in a half-court set.
You better be patient when the offense is right out in front of Fang Mitchell's bench. There's Davis, the jump stop, comes up short. Good follow by Carlisle underneath, and Welch got him from behind.
Brockington with 15 on the game, and he's done it this afternoon in different fashions, taking it to the basket, relying on his jump shot. And really for the Gamecocks, the energy of Herbert Lee Davis and Carlisle off the bench has provided a spark. It's just really given them something on the offensive end.
Ron Mitchell continues to pace that sideline. Carlisle knocks down the free throw. 6 points for Carlisle as Stack comes back in. Wilborn goes out, and Watson will sit down, and B.J. Mackey's back in the game. Mackey just 5 points. Came in averaging 17. Gamecocks by 5.
Well, Carlisle, Herbert Lee Davis has given 15 points. They only average about 7 total between those.
13 minutes, 45 seconds to go here, second half. Coppin State just refusing to go away in this game. The South Carolina Gamecocks and their vaunted threesome in the backcourt of Mackey, Watson, and Davis really held in check by his own defense today as Mackey finally springs loose for just his 3rd field goal. And South Carolina has a 7-point 47-40 lead.
Much too easy for Frank Mitchell's defense to allow Mackey to just go to the free throw line and hit the open jump shot, because it only takes one shot for these guys to get on a roll, and they're all streaky shooters.
Singletary, though, with the quick answer for Coppin State. And the Eagles hang around down 5. Stack, who has been terrific here for South Carolina this afternoon. He already has 11, averages only 6 a game. Skip pass, Larry Davis. Warwick did a good job finding Mackey. They find Larry Davis. Front rims the 3, rebound out to Welch.
Good penetration that time by Mackey. Davis now 0 of 5, and he is the leading scorer on this ball club at over 16 points a ball game.
And a careless turnover there as Singletary was trying to drop it down to Turquin Mott. William Gallman's come back into the game for South Carolina. Carlisle goes to the bench. Davis is also going to sit down. Watson back in. So Watson, Larry Davis, and Mackey all on the court right now, with Gallman and Stack. Eddie Fogler back to his starting 5 with 12:31 to go in the game.
Coppin State hanging around, doing a nice job. Want to give themselves an opportunity. Last 4 or 5 minutes to go in this ball game.
The way they have played through the first 28 minutes or so, I'm going to be surprised if they're not there.
Yeah, you're right. And the closer it gets to the end and the closer this ball game is, the more these fans in this building will respond to Coppin State.
Well, South Carolina has just made a lot of kind of lackadaisical passes here today. That's a travel on William Gallman as he tries to go to the basket. I mean, players are just not able to catch the ball, John, in any kind of shooting position because they're jumping to make the catch.
Yeah, you can tell by the body language, just not into it yet. And then they better not wait too long.
And we see Larry Davis still on the bubble. 7 for 21. The trio of guards. Brockington doesn't get the bounce, and Stack is up big. Boy, Stack has been the man if South Carolina advances. Ryan Stack ought to get a free lunch.
And Coppin State gets back defensively. South Carolina has not been able to push and find easy looks in the transition.
That foul is going to be on Reggie Welch. He picks up his 2nd. We have got a timeout. 11:38 left to go here in Pittsburgh. And the 15 seed Coppin State is just down 5. The champs of the SEC, South Carolina, have their hands full this afternoon with Coppin State from the Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference. The SEC just 1-2 so far in the tournament. And the big upset today, Chattanooga, a number 14 taken out a number 3. And Coppin State trying to be a 15, taken out of 2. Mackey tees one up. No rebound. Stack keeps it alive twice. And then Mott is there on the other side.
Well, they had a good offensive set. Mock will get caught for the stiff arm. But they had a good offensive set. Mackey just missed the open jump shot. Mott
looked like a halfback coming through a hole there, didn't it?
You know, and he's played a little bit this afternoon. Frustration. You can tell he's kind of pushing and shoving a little bit. Take a look at this. There's the one stiff arm. Pretty solid. Just can't do that in the open court. They will catch that one.
That's 3 on Turquin Mott. Here's Stack Has his pass picked off by Welch.
Another turnover against the matchup zone defense. Eddie Fogler can't be leaving on the sideline.
We are under 11 minutes now to go in the game. Coppin State the ball trailing by 5. Welch is going to take it and make it.
It looks as though in the offensive set, Coppin State likes that matchup. Reggie Welch at 6'6" is taking Stack 6'11" away from the basket. Can either shoot the jump shot. Stack gets any closer, he'll beat him off the dribble.
A one-possession game with 10 and change to go. Mackey. Davis still looking for his first field goal. Finds Watson. He splits the defense and banks it home.
Finally penetration against his own defense. 3 times they all penetrated, kicked it out. Watson then split the seam, went in for the easy 2.
Melvin Watson, the only member of the trio living up to his numbers. He's got 10. There's Davis with a knee steal. Ward gets it back to Singletary. Brockington, the kick. Welch. He got hammered. He'll get to the line.
Just about a half step away from making good plays, South Carolina, but here's the kick out, and Watson goes right between the defense for about the mid layup. We'll call that one, not an easy layup. South Carolina was scrambling to get the basketball, and Welch goes powerfully to the hole, draws the foul.
Gallman picking up his 3rd personal foul, and Welch short arms that free throw. He's better than that, 77% on the year.
13th in the country, Coppin State was from the foul line as a team.
Strong day for Welch, and he misses them both. We're going to get letters on that one, John. Mackey. Gallman with the save, throws it into the backcourt, but Brockington is there. Brockington takes it in, and the foul will be called on Melvin Watson.
Watson didn't want the foul, but a good foul indeed. It was a 2-on-1 break, and they even had a trailer coming from behind. Careless on the offensive end. Coppin State just takes it off. Not a good pass, and here's the save. Too deep, you don't want to save it towards the opponent's basket to allow them an easy fast break.
No, you don't. Eddie Fogler has to be really frustrated here this afternoon with the way his team has played. I mean, Coppin State has played very well, no question about it. South Carolina, frankly, has not.
Yeah, again, sleepwalking. I mean, they're just going through the motions, except the players off the bench. Herbert Lee Davis has been terrific. Carlisle has been terrific. Wilborn has given him good minutes. Stack is the only starter that has really been effective this afternoon in this ballgame.
Sneaking in there for the rebound is Warwick. 49-45, 4-point game. Coppin State's got the ball. Inside to Mott. Double team comes. He goes the other way.
Oh, that's a strong move. Strong move, fakes, goes back to his left shoulder. Powerful move inside by Mott. Big basket.
Davis almost lost that dribble in the corner. Got it back. Wow.
See the shoulder partially blocked, and here they come again.
Singletary. Yes!
And now this crowd is back into this ball game.
It's 49 apiece with 9 to go. And this has very definitely turned into a road game right now for South Carolina.
And then maybe a positive, because the players may respond to the crowd that's going to be against them here at this point of the ball game.
But it can't help but help the Coppin State player.
No kidding.
There goes Watson to the basket again. They're going to count it?
Oh, I can't believe they'll count this one.
Neither can Fang.
Melvin Watson, again, only one of the trio that has performed well this afternoon. And the dribble drive, he's done it time and time again, and very good with the basketball. But watch this. Here's the foul. Then he takes a step and lays it home. Not at this level, is it, Mike?
No comment, Coach. No comment. Eddie Fogler's going back to his bench as Wilborn, Davis, and Carlisle all check in. Stack, Gallman, and Mackey sit down. Watson will be at the line looking to complete the three-point play and open up a three-point lead after Coppin State had fought back and tied this game at 49. Watson rolls home the free throw. Let's see how Coppin State responds to that momentary adversity. Singletary backing his way down, shut off. Brockington comes up firing. Rebound right back to Singletary. Got it.
South Carolina not getting to the ball. Coppin State playing with a lot of confidence. That's just really lack of movement by South Carolina, both ends of the floor.
Wilborn, that's the kind of pass I mean. Wilborn is 7 feet tall and he has to jump to make the catch. Watson, defense right there. Mott, fast break. Brockington on Davis. Davis the foul. Brockington springs to his feet. And Coppin State a chance to get the lead at the line.
Melvin Watson forces the issue on one end, and here comes the crowd. Here's the force of the issue. Good defense, the block, and off to the races. Brockington takes it strong. Herbert Lee Davis, we talked about the jumping ability, but the contact with the lower body.
Brockington says, no thanks to the extended hand. I'll make my way to the line myself. We are tied at 52. 17 for Antoine Brockington. Coppin State's got the lead. For the first time since it was 6-4, the Eagles of Coppin State are up by 1.
Lead amongst the fans in this arena.
Oh no! How about let's go Eagles? This building was rocking during the timeout. Watson outside. Carlisle, no, rebound, loose. Stack in the right spot, puts it back up, and Stack is going to get himself to the free throw line.
Stack has been the player on the offensive end that's just been around the basket and has come up with some things. That time a loose ball, picked it off the floor. The biggest player on the court.
Here comes William Gallman back into the game. And Ryan Stack will step to the free throw line. Stack, one of only 2 players on the South Carolina roster not from the state of South Carolina. And they're the 2 big guys, Stack and Wilborn. He makes his free throw. Hasn't missed one today. He's 7-7.
Well, they answered out of the timeout. See if Coppin State can come back and answer on their offensive possession.
Singletary. There's that quick move by Brockington on the baseline. Doesn't get the bounce. Mott goes and gets it. Oh, an offensive foul is called on Turquin Mott.
Fang Mitchell cannot believe it. Mott had the rebound. Stack was away and turned.
And Fang Mitchell's got some decisions to make here with 7 to go in the game, as that's the 4th personal foul on Turquin Mott. He gets Julian King up at the scorer's table. Near strip. It is a strip. Brockington's got it. Brockington, little stop and go. Watson's going to be called for the foul.
The quickness of Brockington has given South Carolina problems all afternoon, and Stack lost that ball. Brockington quick to the basketball, quick to push it up. The hesitation against Watson. The contact, but the quickness of this Coppin State team is something maybe that South Carolina hasn't seen, even in a team like Kentucky. Kentucky probably has bigger players, maybe more athletic, but the quickness
right there
of this Eagle team is terrific.
Pass comes out to Welch. Singletary will set the offense. Herbert Davis out defensively. Brockington looking inside. Welch wants the ball down low on Gallman.
Welch has been able to go inside and outside. He wants Gallman down low.
Warwick nearly lost the dribble off his knee. Gets it back to Singletary for a good jump shot. And he knocks it home.
Gamecocks picked it up a notch defensively, but the back cut, an easy jump shot.
Coppin State back up 1. We're about to go under 6 minutes to go in the game. Watson, boy, this zone is really giving South Carolina problems. Turnover.
Mistake after mistake for South Carolina. Standing around, watching, catching, looking, but not doing anything with the ball.
I'm not sure Coppin State has had the ball and the lead since we were back in single digits. They do now.
Well, if they hit one here, this place will explode.
Singletary rejected by Watson. Singletary said, that's okay.
And Watson says, not yet. Not just yet.
Lewis handles it outside. Lewis needs some help. 10 on the shot clock.
Gallman will not be able to handle Singletary on the dribble, but he pulls up and fires over the top.
In and out with the 3. Welch in the offensive glass. Stack the block. Brockington the loose ball. Dishes it off. Lewis for 2. What a play by Antoine Brockington.
Cinderella is arrived.
Davis. Oh, count it. Excuse me, that is Mackey along the baseline, and he'll get to the line.
A great answer by Mackey on the offensive end for South Carolina, but take a look at the jump shot that goes in and out. The activity by Coppin State has been terrific. Stacked with the block, and it goes back outside. Here comes Brockington, up and under, and then the finish in Coppin State has ignited this crowd. Mackey answers, though, with an easy basket and a foul.
Foul was on Lewis, just his first. Mackey misses the free throw. 57-56. Turquin Mott with the 4 fouls looks on. Under 5 minutes to go in the game. Coppin State the ball and a 1-point lead.
You have to like what the Eagles have done offensively. Set a lot of picks, but they're very patient in what they're looking for. Brockington has been able to take guys off the dribble. Singletary, very good athletically, has done the same. Created their own shots and shots for each other.
Down to 8 on the shot clock. Singletary crossover move, floater. Oh! 14 for Singletary.
As he shakes his head going down the court. The confidence. You know, you can see it on the faces of this Eagle team.
The Eagles by 3. Mackey. And the foul's on Wilborn. That is 4 on Nate Wilborn.
The quickness of the dribble with Singletary. The crossover, the glide, the hang, and the touch. All in one possession.
We have got a timeout, do we? No, we don't have a timeout. I thought we did. I think the officials for a moment thought that Wilborn had fouled out of the game. Danny Singletary out of Patterson, New Jersey, has been one cool cucumber running this team.
All-conference baseball player, just a terrific athlete, and Watson has his hands full with him right now.
3rd foul on Melvin Watson. He is called for the block.
Watson trying to accept the challenge, moving slightly. You can see the call right there by Paul Jansen.
Eddie Fogel. Calm as always over there on the South Carolina bench, but Singletary stepping to the line, 1 and 1. How big has this kid been in the last 5 minutes?
And he has a little swagger to him, Mike. Confident, feels good about his game. When you have people that can break defenses down off the dribble, like South Carolina has done all year, but tonight, this afternoon, we're seeing Coppin State doing the same thing to the Gamecocks.
16 for Singletary. Coppin State, their largest lead, it's 5.
They stay in the matchup zone defense that is giving South Carolina problems all afternoon. mainly because of lack of movement. South Carolina standing around, just not doing much against the zone.
They double Watson. He tries to lean through. Bench was looking for a 5-second call. Rebound to Welch. The Eagles the ball and a 5-point lead with 3.5 to go.
Larry Davis still hasn't scored. 0 of 6 from the field. He was only 1 of 7 from three-point line last week in the loss to Georgia. So continues his struggles. Terrific pass, straight basket.
Warwick the bucket. He'll go to the line, and they're starting to feel it over there on the Coppin State bench.
Offensively doing what they want against the Gamecock defense. Terrific pass inside, and the finish and the foul. Coppin State on a roll.
Warwick buries the free throw. We've got a timeout. 3:16 to go. Fang and his kids are up by 8. Clark Kellogg said to begin the day it was going to be a rocky road for the favorites. South Carolina in danger of becoming the 3rd number 2 seed to lose to a 15. I had the pleasure of doing one of those games as Santa Clara knocked off Arizona a few years back. Richmond and Syracuse back in 1991, the other one. Here's Mackey outside. Mackey, blocking foul on Brockington.
Not many times Mackey's been that aggressive with the basketball. They're now not quite in a panic state, but they realize situation right now. 3:05 left, down 8. Tempo has to change offensively for them and defensively. Boy, I think of this Coppin State ball club. They were down 19 in the first round of the MEAC tournament to Maryland Eastern Shore. Came back. Singletary, the guy we're talking about, had 29. They won that one in overtime. Won the championship game in overtime, North Carolina A&T. They have been on a little bit of a roll, so they have some confidence going into this last 3 minutes.
Not a lot of confidence on that South Carolina bench right now.
No, long faces right now. They're trying to find a way now, full court pressure.
2-possession game.
Good job by Watson early, denied Singletary the basketball. Singletary went and got the ball.
Brockington, blocking foul is going to be called. No basket. After that earlier one on the South Carolina end, I think the Coppin State bench wanted this to count.
They're making about everything they throw up right now, Mike. There's the block by Mackey, and then didn't see the release, but the ball still went in the hole. We talked about their free throw shooting team. 13th in the country as a unit. This is where they want to be down the stretch.
19 on the afternoon for Antoine Brockington. 8 of 9 at the line. Well, you can't say enough about the poise with which Coppin State has played
The
today.
effort's been unbelievable. Offensively, they've done the right things. Defensively, they have shut South Carolina out by a zone defense. Matchup zone, and South Carolina now playing more frustrated, playing harder than they have the whole ball game.
Well, they were letting them play underneath there, too. Finally, the whistle and foul will go on William Gallman.
Replay down low, you're going to say, are letting them play. Watson thought he had a chance to get the ball, but now Gallman will get caught for the push right there.
Jeez. How about no fouls, if you can lip read there? That was the instruction of Ron Mitchell. Coppin State living up to being 13th in the country. 10 more attempts at the line. And they just continue to bury them.
Yeah, South Carolina, 27 of their 31 ball games, they had more free throw attempts, but not this afternoon. Against the zone defense, they have stood around and just not done anything against it.
Kareem Lewis misses that one. 67-58. The Gamecocks need points, and they need them in a hurry. 2:35 to go. Stack finds Mackey. Mackey, another move to the basket. Partially blocked. I don't understand that call, John.
Did he say it hit behind the basket?
Let's take a look.
Take a look here. Look at the defense. The help side defense. Looked like he got fouled a little bit across the arm.
Yep.
Can't tell if it hit something back there. If it did.
I think it just went behind the basket and therefore is ruled out of bounds. Last touch by Coppin State.
Good call by the officials.
Excellent break for Eddie Fogler here. 2:30 to go. 67-58. His club is down 9.
Need a basket. Need a little momentum. Something that changed this last 2.5 minutes for South Carolina.
Ball comes out deep to Gallman. Brockington and Mackey got tangled up off the ball. Mackey back on his feet now. Slashes to the basket. He'll get himself to the free throw line. South Carolina trying to get points on the board with the clock stopped. 2:22 to go.
Mackey labeled maybe one of the toughest of the South Carolina players. Very strong with the basketball. You can tell when he puts it on the floor, he goes with authority. Maybe a little bit too late to do those things. Didn't do much of that this whole ball game.
Second foul on Lewis. Carlisle back in.
But this is what you want to have happen if you're South Carolina. No clock is running off. You get to the free throw line, get a couple points, get your defense set. But you don't want misses.
No, you don't. Mackey trying to get it under 3 possessions. His club down 9. He makes it 8. Double figures for Mackey, 10. Singletary will bring it up against the pressure. Ward gets it across to Lewis.
Good job by Coppin State. Next, Singletary with the basketball. Very good with the ball. He has been able to shake down Watson when he's wanted to and create his shots or get shots for his teammates.
Coppin State's about to take this under 2 minutes.
Little pick and roll.
There goes Singletary. Singletary will take it.
Got it! Oh my! Over the top of Carlisle.
11 is the lead.
And the steal by Mr. Singletary.
What a game Danny Singletary has played in the second half. Brockington. I'm not sure what South Carolina's doing here.
You know, it's interesting. They can't even catch up really to the basketball. Slow foot all afternoon, and Coppin State is having a time here at Pittsburgh, and this crowd is enjoying this.
Coppin State's not only winning this game, they're busting South Carolina out of here. Davis finally gets a field goal, and South Carolina calls a timeout. But we are under a minute, and Coppin State is up 11. Don't go away. Cinderella truly has arrived.
Coppin State can feel it now.
South Carolina
just playing keep away. Good job by Coppin State.
And finally Watson and Singletary right out in front of us. This afternoon did not belong to the Gamecocks of South Carolina. Instead, Ron Fang Mitchell brought his Coppin State Eagles in here. The Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference hadn't won a tournament game in 15 appearances. Well, you can throw that out. They got a winning streak right now.
Yeah, you're right. Came in, played with a lot of confidence, athletic ability, and then they've shot a lot of free throws, put themselves in positions to do this, and have been outstanding all afternoon long.
20 of 27 right now at the line. Boy, you just never would figure that. Coppin State just turning South Carolina over and then cash it in. Mackey can't even get the three-point shot off. Stack misses. And Mackey's going to be called for the foul over the back. And we will come up the other way. And yes, thumbs up. That's it, kind of says it all for Ron Mitchell and his club. And Eddie Fogler's SEC champions are going out of the tournament on day 2.
South Carolina came in this ball game. We talked a lot about the 3 guards and the season they had. Were 5-5 and then won 19 of the last 21. But the last loss against Georgia was not very good last week. Have not played well this afternoon.
With just 42 seconds to go here in Pittsburgh, number 15 Coppin State is about to send the SEC champions home. South Carolina taking a 20-second timeout here, but they are down a dozen to the champions of the Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference. Danny Singletary and Antoine Brockington making all the people in Pittsburgh forget about Mackey, Watson, and Davis.
Yeah, the crowd's favorite. The guards off the dribble. It wasn't the South Carolina guards. It was the Coppin State guards, Brockington and Singletary, off the dribble, creating their own shots and converting those shots.
And as you have mentioned all along, John, coming in is the 13th best free throw shooting team in the country. And when South Carolina got behind here and didn't foul, numbers on the break, Singletary will circle the wagons, and Larry Davis gives the foul.
Great decision by Singletary, 78% free throw shooter. Keep the ball in your hands, go back to the free throw line. What a second half this kid has had.
Truly a shocking result here in Pittsburgh with 29 seconds to play, as the Eagles of Coppin State have dominated down the stretch. This wasn't a game where Coppin State jumped out in front and then held on. This was a game where Coppin State was behind a good part of the game, just wouldn't go away, and then they looked like the team that should be in the country's top 10 down the stretch here, John.
Yeah, give credit to Fang Mitchell. Came in here, didn't play any man-to-man defense, really a matchup zone that befuddled South Carolina a little bit. They were lethargic against it, and then offensively they handled the basketball, got the shots. They didn't try to stall or slow the game down. They averaged 79 points. They wanted the tempo. They got a decent tempo to the game, but I thought defensively they were outstanding.
22 for Danny Singletary, the 6-foot junior out of Patterson, New Jersey. Brockington nearly came up with a steal right here at half court. South Carolina came out flat, and they are going to leave flatter.
Yeah, disappointing afternoon after an outstanding season. A lot of expectations in the tournament, and now all down the drain.
Welch has been a man on the backboards all day, comes up with another rebound, then lost it. Mackey able to lay it in. Lewis got stripped. Mackey takes it in. No. And the foul is going to be on Mackey. Has a chance to lay it in and maybe make it interesting, get it back to 5.
Yeah, one of those afternoons.
Back to 10 rather, but B.J. Mackey fouls out. But Ron Fang Mitchell and his Coppin State Eagles are going to become the 3rd number 15 seed since the team went, the NCAA tournament rather, went to 64 to knock off a number 2. And Coppin State will get Texas on Sunday, and South Carolina is heading home. This is a team, as you mentioned, John, really almost got eliminated from their own conference tournament. Had a couple of comebacks, finally won the championship game in overtime. But no bigger win in Coppin State history.
The crowd favorite now in Pittsburgh.
You want to dance?
Outstanding from start to finish. Coppin State now has Texas on Sunday.
Big days for Danny Singletary. Antoine Brockington at 20. Turquin Mott leaves with 11. And Coppin State plays again on Sunday.